Happy Self-Love Sunday. I am Tarnisha Mosash, your host of Self-Love Sundays with Sass. I am your certified vision strategist coach who comes every single Sunday so we can talk about all the ways in which we can better our best. And y'all, I cannot believe that we are literally in like the second week of June. Like we are officially halfway through 2025. And let's just call it what it is, right? This year has been a lot. I don't know about you, but for many people that I talk to and myself, this winter was like a lot. And it's in January kind of started off, a little strong, but then along the way, things just started, life just started lifing. And everybody was feeling stressed, depressed, and just down. Like the first half of the year, that's kind of how it was. And maybe you were showing up, for life, like trying to check the boxes, doing what you're supposed to do, but deep down, you were feeling like this is not giving what it's supposed to be given. Okay. This is not giving what it's supposed to give. And you kind of felt the weight, the numbness, the frustration of being productive and yet unfulfilled. And I want you to know that during that season, it's not about being ungrateful, because sometimes we get that so confused. Everyone says you have to be grateful, you have to be grateful, you have to be grateful. That is a very true thing. And gratitude is beyond the best and the most, what I would call, successful feeling in the world. Gratitude is everything. The attitude of gratitude will take you far. And sometimes you just have to be real. Like, I'm grateful, yet I'm still feeling, down. I'm grateful, and yet I'm still feeling sad. And we know that people say, oh, when you feel that way, it's because you're not grateful. I hear and I understand you, and I'm also human. And I know that you are as well. And so this is just about being real for a moment. Like, can we just do that? And here's the thing. Um, that's what today really is about. I really want to talk about truth, clarity, and a shift, because I know that a lot of times we get caught up in this gratitude, attitude of gratitude, and you are supposed to. And we also have really human feelings and go through really human emotion. I know for me in the beginning of the year, I lost my cousin at only 36 years old. Now, although I was grateful for my life, I was grieving. So you can be grateful and grieving. And to some people, it may look like you're not grateful, and you don't have time to worry about what that looks like to them. So today, I just want to talk to you guys for just a second. We want to talk about some true clarity in the shift from the beginning of this year. Because if you're anything like me, the first half of the year, I mean, it just really didn't go the way you pictured it. Last year, always in the October, November time frame of the previous year, I set myself up. I do my vision board. I do my intentions for the new year. And I'm like, I didn't see this. Okay. I know some of you were grinding with no growth, showing up, but there was no shift. And you kind of finally said, listen, I'm going to throw all my weight behind this. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to grow my business. I'm going to, go on my healing journey. I am going to work through, getting a better job, or, working through manifesting more money for myself. I'm going to do all the things, right? And it's like, wait a minute. I started all these things and I'm doing all these things, yet I still feel unfulfilled. And you're starting to feel like, okay, maybe I slacked off, or maybe I was giving up, or maybe I checked out. And here's the thing, that's not really it. Somewhere along the way, between what was happening with you emotionally, your clarity just got blurry. The fire kind of dimmed out a little bit, because that's what happens with lack of clarity. Clarity is power. And if you started settling back into the survival modes of I got to, I have to, I need, I gotta have, it throws everything off. It throws everything off. Just because you're moving, it doesn't mean that you're aligned. And progress without true purpose is exhaustion. It really is. I know so many people that are moving and they're just so busy being busy, yet they're not achieving the things that they would like to. And sometimes the things that they're actually going after are the things that are not fulfilling to them. They're doing it because they think that it'll get them more followers. They're doing it because they think that, it will, help people fully see who they are or understand them. All the things that really and truly, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you are in alignment with what it is that you said you want and desire for yourself, and you're doing it in such a way that is in alignment with your core values. And I know there's this frustration place between like who you've been and who you're becoming. And I get that, because there every time I go through a shift, I'm kind of in that mode. And I know that it's super duper frustrating, because it's like you feel lost. Like, and I talked about this before about being in the middle of the hallways, and the truth of the matter is, it's you're not lost. You're just in between identities. And this is why it's so important to recognize where you are right now in this moment, because you've grown, but not everyone sees it. You've healed some of the things that you were actually trying to work through, but the breakthrough hasn't fully manifested. And it's like, okay, I'm doing the inner work, but your outer world doesn't reflect it yet. I need you to hear that. Because even through what happened in the beginning of the year, whether it was sadness, depression, grief, not feeling, you still were growing. You still were learning some things about yourself, about your environment, about what you want, about what you don't want. That's and see, and while you're doing that, you're also working through some of the healing. I get that. Because people are like, I'm doing all of the things. I hear you. And you have to know that it just doesn't reflect yet. That's that almost becoming phase, though, real talk, is really, really dangerous. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because it will tempt you to go back. It would tempt you to go back to what's familiar. And that's so dangerous, instead of standing firm in what's forming. Because this right now is a forming, it's a shaping. Before you can go to the next level of anything that it is that you desire, right? There is a forming and a shaping. And sometimes that means, you are feel like you're being ripped apart, and things are being teared away, and you're like, you feel lost, you feel confused, yet you know that things must change. And so you're clearing out, you're moving things, you're shifting. And it's like, hold on, this does not feel good. But what I used to do felt, I just was having this conversation with my aunt yesterday. And we were talking, sorry, not yesterday. We had this conversation on Friday. We were just talking about the fact, I was like, yo, it was so easier when I was out here being a heathen. And I know that's going to shock some of you that I said it. And I said what I said. I was like, yo, it's so much easier. It's so much easier. And I said it to a friend of mine. I was like, it's so much easier to be a liar and scumbag. But when you decide and make a true decision that you are going to walk in integrity, that you're going to be accountable, that you are going to be courageous, that you are going to be bold, that you are going to be like the great I am says you are, it's not rainbows, unicorns, and sunshine. And I'm going to say this too, it feels that way in the midst of it. And when you come out on the other side, it's not the same. And I need you to hear this today, because the halfway point, it isn't that you're failing. It isn't that it's not working. Your evidence is on the way. But you have to trust and allow it. You have to trust that everything is always working out for me. You have to say that everything is always working out for me. Even when it doesn't seem like it's working out for me, it's working out for me. Because what I need to stop you right here at this halfway point, because we are halfway there. We have 6 months left to make this year the best year of your entire life. And it can be, but you can't turn back to what you used to be, what you used to do, how you used to say it, how you used to talk, how you used to walk, how you used to live. If you are clearing out the clutter in your mind, in your home, in your body, continue on. Things are going to show up, but you can't quit in the process. And sometimes, let me tell you something else too. Sometimes you quit and it doesn't look that way. What do I mean? You're still busy, being busy, yet you're not accomplishing anything that is in alignment. You're not doing what's in alignment with what you said you wanted. So it looks like, oh, I'm still doing things, yet because I'm moving. But moving and being busy does not equate to I'm doing the thing. I'm not doing a good thing. I'm doing a God thing. It doesn't equate to that. So I need you to hear this so your frustration doesn't allow you to go backwards. Okay. So I kind of want to get practical, because motivation always works. When I come to talk to you, I never wanted to be from a motivation or inspiration standpoint, because it's temporary. That still a temper. I want what I say to penetrate your heart and your soul, because when it gets into your nervous system, that's where transformation takes place. That's where changes in your nervous system, changes in your nervous system. And so a shift of strategy will help carry you. So here's three shifts that I want you to kind of carry these next 6 months, okay? And I want you to do the first shift that I have is shifting from presence to present. Let me tell you something. The first shift, I know because I talk fast and I get super excited, is shifting from pressure to presence. From pressure to presence. From I have to present. From I need to present. To, oh my God, if it doesn't work out, to present. I need you to shift from pressure to presence. Stop trying to race to December. I need you to get still. I need you to get clear. And I need you to ask yourself, what would success feel like this week? What would success feel like this week? And then when you ask yourself, what would success feel like this week? What is one small thing I can do today? Just today. What is one thing? This is why I created 1% Nation, because I believe in the small incremental growth. What are you doing every single day that is in alignment with your core values? What is in alignment with what you said that you want? What is one small thing? It is the one thing that you do every single day that gets you to the big thing. You want to get to the wealth, because everybody want to get to the monies, honeys. Everybody want to get to the money. And how we get there is we look at our inflow and outflow of money. Do you know where every single cent of the money you're spending is going? How do I get there? Well, you got to look at it. You got to follow the monies every day. What am I allowing out? And what am I allowing in? Where are you spending it? If you look at your statement, it'll tell you what you value. Some people value food, okay? Like some people just value all, because that's all that's up and down. There's the DoorDash, the Grub Up. You just value the food, okay? Where you have to get present to it. You are not going to become wealthy by not knowing where listen, let me tell you something. Every wealthy person that I've come across know their inputs and outputs of where their money is going. They know, okay? And I'm talking about people who are not rich but wealthy. They know where their investments are. They know the strategies that help them get to the wealth that they desire to get to. And they're not doing it from a place of, oh my God. Oh, it's not happening from that place. And I had to learn this myself. Let me tell you something. I don't be coming here talking to you guys like, oh, I got it all together. Oh no. I had to learn that what I was wanting wasn't appearing because I was doing it from I have to, and if it doesn't work out, everything's gonna fail. Because that was more like my personality. It's like I'm about to go get it, and I'm gonna show you. And like I had to shift from the pressure to getting present in this moment. Like, let me just get present. Everything's working out for me. It's all gonna come. And so my mindset, my nervous system, my thoughts, my actions just has to get present to what's happening today, though, not tomorrow. Just get present. Breathe. Regulate your nervous system. That's where all your change and growth is going to come from, because it's all energy. Okay. And then I had to shift from hustle to harmony or alignment, right? I had to get into harmony with it. Listen, more work doesn't equal more result. I'm gonna tell y'all that till the cows come home. More work, you can listen. It is not the amount of money. There's people working 2 and 3 and 4 jobs, so the money is coming in because you don't have a great relationship with money. That's why you don't have any. There's a book called The Millionaire Next Door. It's talking about somebody who has an ordinary, and there was also a story about another man. He just had, all he did was put away a certain percentage of his money, went into his 401k, went into his Roth IRA, and then he let his money compound. I want to say he was only making like $60,000 a year. I apologize. You can just Google it and look it up. So it's not the amount of money, it's what you're doing with it. So you hustle, 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 hustle hard, and still have nothing to show for it because you're not in harmony. You are not in alignment. You are not in alignment. You got to audit your schedule. What's draining you that used to excite you? Ooh. What's draining you that used to excite you? It's time to recalibrate because old ways are not going to open new doors. I know you heard it. You think it's a cliche. It is not. What you use to get you to one level, the strategies, the systems, the conversations, the people to get, it's not going to help you go to the next. I had to learn that very hard lesson, especially if you're not around a bunch of growers. If you're around people who are like I am a consistent grower. I am a person that is always growing out of levels, going to new levels, creating. I am just that person. I'm a visionary. That's why I'm a vision starter. I always see the big picture. And I'm going to tell you this, as a visionary, I know I need a builder. So how can I listen? Getting into harmony, sometimes you have to know, I like to model my life behind Jesus. You don't have to. Whoever your God is, it's fine. Go to the foundation of that and then read into that. So for me, Jesus had 12 disciples. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not going for the 12 because I don't have time for Judas in my life. Okay, I already had one. Don't need any more. So what I started to look at is, what is the characteristics of the 11? Why? Because I know that I need the strong 11. I can't do this alone. And the most of y'all problem, you want to hustle hard, you want to do it alone. And then here's the thing, then you'll find yourself saying, no, I know I can't do it alone. I need to join the community. And then you'll get into a community, and guess what you'll do? Do what you want to do. Do it, still want to do it your way. Make it make sense. And then you'll blame the people that, oh, this coach didn't work for me. It's not that the coach didn't work for you, is you got in there still wanting to do the same, do what it is that you want to do, how you wanted to do it. And you want to do the same old things over and over again. And then you're not getting results. Well, now you know why. And I'm not saying this for all coaches. I just know that I've been in coaching communities before, and I would watch people come in. Like I was a coach for the number one motivational speaker in the world. I was a coach in this community, and I watched people come, and they will always I'm going to do, you're going to do it my way. If you're going to do it your way, then have at it. And when you realize that hustle is not bringing in what you desire, what it is that's going to change the legacy for you and your family, I'm telling you why today. You have to get open. You have to become open. A lot of, especially my people who are in their late 40s and 50s, your mindset is so fixed. Your mindset is so fixed. You have to get open. This is the one thing I'm telling you as a visionary. I have to get open. I have to get, oh, I'm an architect. I got to get open to my builders. I'm an architect. I got to get open to my builders. And then I have to listen to the foreman on the job. He's closer to the ground. I'm not saying it's always easy. I'm just telling you because I'm the boss, right? It's not always easy. And I also know that to go to where it is I need to go to take my community to where I want to take it, to take my business to where I want to take it, to take my family legacy to where I want to take it, guess what I have to do? Not hustle, get into alignment, get into harmony, and I have to listen to someone else who knows who that's what they do. That's what they do all day long. So they must know something, right? And so next, I said there was going to be three, right? Sorry. So number one was going from pressure to present. We have to get present. Number two, shifting from hustle to harmony. Number three, going from potential to power. Oh, this one. Woo! You've been told you have potential. Oh, listen, you got all the potential. Because I'm a visionary. So I know when I see people, I'm like, I know who God, especially because I am so tuned in and tapped in with the Lord. Like, oh, I know who you are, right? But potential means nothing without action. You can have all the potential in the world. And I know many people that do. As a matter of fact, a lot of us fall in love with potential. Now, let me pause there. Let me pause there. A lot of us fall in love with potential. So and I see that in people. I never see people and look at them and be like, oh, they're not. No, I can see. I can really see. And you know something else? The truth, let me tell you some real truth. You don't need more time either. You need more truth. You have to get into action. You have to get in alignment. You have to get in action. And then let me say this too, because I would say you have to. No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. You can choose to do it. You can understand that you get to do it. And you can see that because you're above ground, you're blessed to do it. I'm just saying, right here in this moment, you can say, God, I thank you that right here, right now, I can choose something different. I get to be, do, or have something different. I am blessed because I have another day to do it differently. All I have to do is go from pressure to getting present, to go from that hustle mentality to harmony, and to shift from potential and walk in my power. That's what I mean. The shift is the walk. The shift is picking up your bed. The shift is picking up your car. Walk. Do the thing that you said you're going to do. Don't worry about it being perfect. Don't worry about not having it all together. None of us do. I don't care who they are. Nobody has it all together. Everybody has a tad bit of imposter syndrome, even the most confident people that you see walking this earth that you listen to, okay? Nobody. We all get a little bit queasy in our stomach. We all have a little fear. Some of us, when we're in our works, now when it comes to me and my thing now, because this is what I do, yes. But take me out of that element and put me, like I said, I'm a visionary. Start to getting into that building, and I feel like, oh my goodness, I can feel overwhelmed. It's the truth. Stepping out of your comfort zone, you're gonna feel that, and you have to, or you can say, I choose to, I get to, and because I have another day, I'm blessed to. When you stop managing the old version of you, come on, man, the new you finally has room to step up in the rise. You're so busy managing the old version, so busy walking in the environments that don't do you no good, the environments where you're all nervous and clammed up and anxious. Why? You're around the people who even make you feel that way. Why? They're making you sick. You want to know that there's sickness in your body? It's because there's stress in your body. There's anxiety in your body. Why? Because you're still under the pressure. Why? Because you're still hustling. Why? Because you're still thinking about your potential instead of getting present, getting in alignment, and moving, doing something, instead of always looking at everything as if it's a scam. Oh, this coach is a scam. Oh, this program is a scam. No, your mindset is the scam. And it's scamming you out of everything that you say you want. Listen, this is all about what you say you want. When I'm working with someone, I always say this. I'm only pushing you to what you say that you want. But you have to get clear on that. And you have to understand that every level requires a new version of you. Okay? So here's my 6 months invitation. All right, here's my 6 month invitation. The next 6 months are just they cannot just be another chapter. Okay, this is my listen. It's an invitation to you. I am inviting you to realign, reignite, and rebuild from a place of power. I'm inviting you, yes, you who are watching this video right now. I'm inviting you for this next 6 months to realign, to reignite, and to rebuild from a place of power. And here's what I'll say, because sometimes I say rebuild. And when I say rebuild, this is from my business owners who may feel that, they've done all the things and it's not working out. Some of you haven't built at all. I'm inviting you to align, to ignite, and to build from a place of power. I'm inviting you to align, to ignite everything that's in you and to build from a place of power. This is not a time to settle. This is a time to decide. What are you going to decide today? I'll wait. What are you going to decide today? I'll wait. Write it down. What are you going to decide this time? Because playing small, aren't you tired of it? Shrinking back and waiting for perfection that does not exist. Because in order to be perfected would mean that you would have to be a God. In order to be perfect, you would have to be a God. I'm just saying, what if that's not your portion anymore? Playing small and shrinking back and lowering yourself and cowering yourself and starting and stopping and starting and stopping. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. You may not be saying it, but your actions are. For those of you who like, what? I love myself. Do you? Do you love yourself enough to call yourself on the carpet? Do you love yourself enough to say, I've been shrinking back and it's time for me to rise up? Do I love myself enough to say, I haven't been in alignment? Do you love yourself enough to say, it's time for me to put down the drinks? Do you love yourself enough to say, well, it's time for me to put down the weed? Do you love yourself enough to say, it's time for me to get out of that relationship that's not serving me, that's only has my nervous system totally messed up? Do you love yourself enough to say, what, these friends don't really care about me because every time I need something or I need help with anything, no one's ever there for me, but I'm always there for everybody? Oh, but you love yourself though. But you're showing up in rooms where you have to shrink yourself back. You're showing up in rooms and don't think you're even worthy of being in a room, never knowing that if you weren't worthy, you wouldn't be in the room. I get excited. That's not your portion anymore. And you think you're behind. Why? Because you're in your 40s and your 50s and your 60s, and it may not look like what you thought it should have looked like. You didn't accomplish what you accomplished in your 20s and your 30s. I was a teen mom too. I get that. I was a teen mom. And you know what? I spent the first half of my life making sure my kids were good. That means I wasn't as concentrated on me as I should have been. And I'm right where I need to be. And you're at the right place at the right time, listening to the right message for you to get right these next 6 months. I'm inviting you to lead your life from a new place on different terms. They have to be your terms, though. They can't be anyone else's, because that's another reason why you're out of alignment. You're in a place where somebody told you should be. But where should you be for real? Who are you? See, when you come to know who and whose you are, it's going to shift that. And I'm inviting you to that today. I'm inviting you to get to the new place so you can feel that new glow. And I know it feels like your breaking point, but it's not. It's not. You know what it is? It's your breakthrough. This is your break. I am inviting you to consider that all of that was not a breaking point. It was your breakthrough point. In this time, you're going to commit to showing up as your full self. Not who everybody needs you to be when you come in the room. Not how everybody said you, because you was always the one that was laughing and joking and kiki and haha, and you tired of it because that's not really who you were. You did that so you can go along to get along, but that's not really who you are at your heart. That is not even how you really want to be seen. And if you do, it's okay. You see what I'm saying right now? Right now, I'm trying to get you to see that as you are, your fullness of yourself, you're you're perfect just as you are. That doesn't mean we stop growing. It just means that I'm now choosing to plant a seed of love of self and water it from there, and then allowing that to grow into a tree. And I was talking to a client on Wednesday. Everybody talks about the mustard seed of faith that you have to have it in order to walk this life. But nobody talks about the mustard seed of doubt. That's why when you make these declarations, you have to monitor your ear and eye gates. You can't be out here watching everything, all the old things you used to watch and listening to the things you used to listen to. You have to do some shifting in there, because all that one little mustard seed to take you back to the person that gossiped, to take you back to the person who was, talking about everybody behind their back, take you back to the person who wasn't in alignment, to take you back to the hustle, to take you back to the grind, to take you back to living in clutter all over in your mind, in your heart, and in your spirit, and in your home. It takes that one small thing. This is why you have to get yourself, and you know what? I'm going to stop saying it. You don't have to do it. And I'll tell you why community is important. Because if you're around a community of people that are looking to grow, that are walking in their power, that are getting present, that knows what it means and how to work on their nervous system to create the change that they desire to see in their life, it will change your life. Because most people are out here thinking that no one feels the way I do, I'm alone. No, that's not the truth. It is not the truth. It is not the truth. There is a community out there for you. There's a coach out there for you. If you need it, there's a therapist out there for you. There's great love out here for you. Great love exists in this world. And you have to believe that everything is working out for you, and it's all going to come into alignment. Not just because you say it over and over again, but because it gets in your nervous system and then you believe it. That's how the shift happened. That's where the change is. And so I thank you so much for being with me today. I thank you so much for listening to me today. If this message stirred up something in you, please don't scroll past it and just keep it to yourself. Please share it with somebody who you know that may be feeling this way. And even if not, if you think that I'm somebody to be shared, please do. I am looking to grow my YouTube channel. I am asking for your help today in helping me to do that. And because truthfully, I know that this is not just content that I'm sharing, this is transformation, because I believe that everyone is designed to win in this life, and I know that we can do it together. I hope you have the most amazing week, deciding, choosing, understanding that you get to, and that you are amazingly blessed to. I love you. Bye now.